and acceptable and perfect will of God. And be not conformed to this world, to this system, to the world system, to the world appetites. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transformed by renewing your way of thinking. You found out this was wrong, now you want to do it the right way. If you can't do it the right way, you need to find the right way to be able to get it done. You need to find a way to get some help. You need to do something. You just don't sit there. You know, just like the people in the Bible. Like it was one story where they said, you know, should we sit here and die? Or should we go into the city and let them kill us? Hey, let's get up and go into the city. You know, it didn't make sense to just stay here. You're going to die anyway. So why sit there? Well, let's go into the city. Let's go into the place right here where we can find out about our enemies. You go there, your enemies done scattered. But see, the thing is that you want to be out of church on the days that you're supposed to be here, and you're not with the city. You didn't go into the city like you were supposed to, and your enemies was done away with. The day of your visitation, you can miss it. The freedom that you're supposed to have, you can miss it because you couldn't come in to the city on the day you were supposed to be there. That's not the way it's supposed to be for the people of promise. It said that you may prove what is good. Stages. Prove what's good. And then you prove what's acceptable. Then you can prove what's perfect. See, it's something that's good. Oh, that's good. Then it's something that's acceptable. That's acceptable to God. But then God said, look, there's another level that I want you to get to called perfect, more mature. So so even in the good, something is taking place. Even in the acceptable. Even in the perfect will of God. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14 says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Even Satan is transformed, being something else. He's transformed into an angel of light. But it's just like they said, the bondwoman, the bondsmaid, they called themselves, they said that they was called Jerusalem, which was of the old Jerusalem, which now is. But even in the old Jerusalem, you can look and you can say, sometimes people call themselves, they get with the saints, and they call themselves saints. They make themselves angels of light. But they really not angels of light. But they come together just like the people do with Jerusalem. They come into the place called the place of peace. And then they come here and they call themselves saints of God, doing all of the saint stuff. But yet they're not submitted in their heart, not submitted to anything that has to do with the ministry. You know you are you are looking like every other person, the wheat and the tares together, but yet your works show otherwise. And this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 15. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. Even we can be transformed as ministers of righteousness. But yet, our end, it says, whose end shall be according to their works.
Better say that one.
See, so you get transformed, but then yet, in your transformation, there's some things in your life that still haven't taken place. Because see, the thing you got to recognize is the finished work is finished. It's finished, but you haven't finished it. Just like when we went to the tomb, when the man of God ran to the tomb, and then he saw a napkin that was folded neatly, that was on Jesus' head, but then yet it was one that was rattled. You know, it wasn't folded. So it showed you that our work wasn't done. And now it's time for us to finish our work. It's time for us to complete what God has for us. And this is how you know the people of God. You know them not because they said they transformed. you know the mighty work.
Yep.
What is the works that you do?
Yep.
And they always said, Jesus